Welcome. If you're watching this, thank you. That means you have stuck with the hiatus, another hiatus. Usually it's around summer, but this time it came a little earlier. Last thing I did, I guess, was the teaser for New Era Productions, the video, just because I felt like I had to do something. But yeah, that was almost a month ago. That was just before Roadburn, mid-April. So yeah, to say that it has been a period is an understatement. Went through some stuff, but here we are back again. We are going to do the New Era update in full now. There are some things in the work, but as per usual, technicalities are getting in the way for now. So yeah, this is basically the New Era update. While going through it, or while prepping this, a few things I noticed a few things went under the radar. The first one is playing now, and is Kira with Giacoman Sanal or Sanak, I'm not sure. There you go, on Amor Fati. Afgrundsklanger, Final Agony did some stuff for them. Another label, but I can't remember. But yeah, Finnish black metal duo, I think, that have a few records under their belt already. This is their second full length, I think. I'm not sure how the breakdown works, but it comes with a nice booklet, and Amor Fati also repressed their previous work. So Finnish sound, but it's a little bit slower and more brutal than usual. I'm not saying it's death metal, but it's not as high-pitched and fast. It's, yeah, more mid-tempo, but I guess there are more mid-tempo bands in Finland too, so I'm already talking out of my ass. But what else is new? Another thing that fell through the cracks is this one, Bootshaven, or Bootshaven, whatever you want to call it, just get it. This is magazine issue 8 from winter 2023, so that's how long this thing has been laying around. Interviews with The Spectre, A.S.K.E, Southern Spruce, Cold Gate, Eternal Light, and Weathered Crests. And an extra contribution by Peter from Alcadale. Yeah, Belgian magazine, but international allure. I mean, the way this thing looks is incredible. I did some writing for them in the past. This is the Cold Gates. This is, of course, A.S.K.E, which is still on fire with their stuff. The Spectre. So yeah, it's all very nicely laid out. What I think is even better than the layout, this one for the Sluthout fans. Next edition, you're back in Hails or Groetjes Louis. What is even better is that these interviews are good. He is well informed. He is, yeah, he just asks good questions and not like, how do you feel you are a part of the underground? Oh, Jesus Christ. Knock it off with those shit interviews. Anyway, one of the better ones. Here we go. What are we going to do? We're going to do New Era. Let's do the promo first. These are a bit older now. These are from the previous drop, I think. These are pretty recent from the last drop. There you go. Then Namazu, which will show up with a thank you note. They, or Patrick, apologizes for not, they oversold the A.S.K.E drop a bit, which is a very good thing in my opinion. And they missed my tapes. I have the two that I wanted the most, so the rest is coming in, but they will be coming up next. This is Deadlocks, the side from A.S.K.E that is doing all their things now. Of course, Medieval Prophecy Records, distributed by A New Era. Nachtwind, new LP, which is insane. Orgblood, the new mini LP, which is coming out next month, in the end of the month, I think. There's some Drakon Hail coming out. There's some Drakon Hail in here, but there are two more coming out, and then a doubler, I think. Oh yeah, the La Nuit en Défense is the double LP. Drakon Hail Opaque, and then Hawk Moon, which is a new thing, I think. A l'Aube de Puissance, all 12 inches. There you go, fat ass horse. And then the New Era, not the magazine, but the brochure, if you will, Plaskow Brethren on the cover with the new Krükokreст, which is out, the Leshy Dagger Son or Sword Son, and then the Bat Kid or Skull Bat Head, whatever. The newer thing, or the newest thing, apart from the Krükokreст, is the it's called Ogild tape, which is also very good and a bit of a new sound. I don't know who's behind it, if they are behind it or not, but yeah. Then there are the new era releases that are not Russian, I guess. The two I showed, there is some, forget his name, Halloween, of course, then Botulistum with the Lake and Oaks, and then the new one. And there you go. Very cool. The new one is out already, it's ordered, but it's coming in. The killers on here from the last drop were the Blast in Sin. That is very limited. I think it's sold out already on both New Era and Tour de Garde. But the one that is still available that I just heard yesterday is the Necromonarchia Diamonum, I think. That one, the red one. Witchcraft Folk. So yeah, and then the back. The two magazines, and there is a new magazine. Look at that Alliance. That's incredible. Just saw that. That Hymns, Tour de Garde, Medieval Prophecy, Vanagamler, and Namazu. All under the banner or the flag of New Era. That was the intro. I'm going to thank Namazu or P for the 2 extra tapes. He was... he apologized so much that he just put in 2 tapes. This is the first one, and this is... It's hard because I had troubles writing it down. Pontiferasmus, I think, with Husk of the Mountains. I have to check. I was under the impression it was going to be a raw black metal tape because it has the appearance and the aesthetics of one. Contains rituals cast in the dying of the solstice sunlight in 2020. Works exclusively in the mountains of Pembrokeshire, and it is from this landscape that all inspiration flows. So what it is basically an ambient or few ambient tracks. There are a lot of tracks on here, but I don't see the breakdown. 8 tracks. There we go. It is. I'm not gonna say it's too Disney, but it's too Disney for me. I like dark ambient. This is not per se dark. Full disclosure, what I heard from it, I didn't hear it completely true, but still dig it. It's a different sound than, it's not Dungeon Sin per se, it's more ambient but leaning into very animated, not fast, but very animated sounds that you get from some Dungeon Sins. Then the Pessimist Chamber with Assassins of Death. I got the other one from P2 that is neatly tucked away there. I'm blanking on the title, it had the house on the cover. Had a very soundtrack feel, this one too. This is like, or it opens, if you can imagine a soundtrack with these images, you know, like ninjas on motorcycles. It is not as glitchy as you might think, but it's still very soundtracky. I'm blanking on like 2018. What was the entire thing that came out of John Carpenter that was quickly forgotten again? But yeah, there you go. There are a few tracks on here. Big full length. That will be killed always. Take the head of Lord Yamaguchi. Diaz Ghosts. Learn the Blade. The Pit. Rescued. Empty Village and the Temple. So yeah, very fully realized full length. This is also on crystal clear vinyl. But yeah, the tape will do fine since I have this sister over there. What else? Let's just kill the tapes and then we can move on with our life. This is Arbor. In Starless Night we follow a river of blood. Just around the time I was thinking Blood and Crescent is maybe overdosing on itself, especially for my taste. And I don't mean music-wise, I mean release-wise. I picked these two up, and I have to say that the consistency of Mr. Taurus is something to behold. Yeah, a lot of people are calling it a hype. It is a hype, but it's in the sense that it's not as limited as you might think, because it still reaches European shores and European distribution. So yeah, the tape is limited to 200. 200? Yes, 41 is this one. So yeah, it's not that limited. It's just quality. There's not much evolution in the sounds, but who does? I mean, yeah, if you find your sound, stick to it. In Night's Dream, Nightfall Eternal, and then Black Metal War, which is a Graveland cover, which should tell you something about where he gets his ideas, I guess. Taurus at the Black Hole Studio in New York. Yeah, a lot of stuff from them, and they have a lot more coming out. I think there are 2 new bands that are popping up here and there. Then Ogild. This is a new era release, but this is a Russian band project. I am not sure, but I'm pretty sure that they are aligned with the A.S.K.E Brethren or the Horrible Room scene. Nothing much to see here. There is a title there that I can't read for shit. I had to look in the comments to see how you pronounce this one. It is a blue tape with black. There you go. The thing is, these tapes are all closed, closed plastic, so there are no screws in here. When it goes wrong, there's nothing much you can do. But yeah, sound-wise, what did I write down? Soaring music. Yeah, it is. The music, especially the guitar work, has that soaring quality going through it. Vocals kind of reminds me of something like Black Celeste, maybe, but I wrote down that they are very howling in a sense, but they also have that more harsh, whispery in the back vocal. In a way, it kind of reminds me of a crossing between something like Sanguine Relic and Balzer, maybe. But I'm, you know, on that spectrum, but that's a wide spectrum. And then the last 2 tapes are this one. This is called, goddammit, Raven Realm, A Crash of Heat and Thunder, and then again Russian, but I think it was called Lugr. I'm not sure. Let's start there. Both on A.S.K.E. There you go. Anti-Social Culture England, limited to 50. That's kind of limited, but yeah, he knows his audience. Now I have to say, the fact that New Era is selling out and that he sold out is kind of good for the label, but yeah. Limited to 50, this is copy number 7. Tracks are all in Russia, except for the second one. It's called You've Been Seen. This is the A.S.K.E edition. There's also, if you look this up on YouTube or the link below, it will have the Horrible Room, I think, edition or the cover. They are doing their tapes 30, limited to 30, and only in Russia, something like that. So it's kind of impossible to get those, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, very good raw, no, not raw, stomping black metal, like the punk stuff you are used to from Horrible Room, but it has a way more open sound in the sense that I think this is a collaboration, maybe, I'm not sure, I don't know anything about it, but it kind of feels like collaboration between Horrible Room and A.S.K.E. That sound, the bridge between those two. This is the first realized full-length after Zombie to Valhalla, the Horrible Room tape that had for A.S.K.E. on there. Something from A.S.K.E. I don't know who, not Techno Viking, but something like that. And then the Old Guard New Blood, those two are impossible to find. And believe me, I tried. And if I can't find them, no one can. Then the second one, Raven Realm, and this is the one that I was after the most. A Crash of Heathen, it says here, but it's A Crash of Heathen Thunder. It is on A.S.K.E, but it comes out of the A.S.K. realm, or the Hutchin Pit realm. This is, I'm not sure if Eternal Tyrant is gone, but you know, this is the next best thing, or on par with that. 2000 Years Awaited, Shores of the North, A Crash of Heat and Thunder, and With the Hand of Woden. Ballroom, all instruments, and Niet Genge, I think, with vocals and lyrics. Now this is a bit harder to read, but it says, warning, the audio on this tape is intended for the closed-minded and intolerant listener. Fuck off, all trendy, raw, black metal cunts. We support the true underground. Hail Albion. So yeah, the sound on this, it's listenable, but I have way worse tapes than this, but it is, it defies the listener a bit in that sense, but yeah. If you can get your hands on this one, it's not limited, or there's no limitation on here, but if you can get your hands on it, first tip of this week, or the new period, Raven Realm with A Crash of Heat and Thunder. It's not online anywhere, so I will not be able to provide you a link, but check it out and keep your eye on those labels. I do, so There you go, part 1. Hey, part 2. This is not going to be the longest video in the world, but yeah. We are now listening to Morbid Rituals, their demo. I think they're from Germany, but I'm not sure. They are playing Krükokrest in Belgium. If you can come, please do, so that I'm not alone there. It has Hail Conjure, it has these guys, it has Gabstock, it has Baksaxa, Origord, and I think a few more. I think all in all 8 bands maybe, so it promises to be a very good tape, but those names alone are worth traveling for me, so yeah. Limited to 66, this is 47 on Kellerfressel Records, I think. There we go. Reminiscence of something like a perverted ceremony. It appears that Peter Pankake was recommended these guys by Morbid Messiah or the other one, I'm not sure. Dedicated to the black death metal underground of old. So it's in that thing you have to look for the sound. That is the track list. But yeah, there's not too much known. Everything else is DIY. There was a sticker with that. There you go. I got it in Greece, and I think one person selling it is uploading one by one, so I'm not sure if it's still available. This was also in here, and just it baffled me how weird it sounded. Septic aroma of reeking stench. I don't know what it is. It seems like a blogspot. I was equally surprised that a blogspot is still a thing. But yeah, there we go. Like I said, this is a new era update. Forbidden Temple will show up, Medieval Prophecy. They're doing the distribution now, but all in good time. First one is Sol Anvarma of Bridi, something like that. It is not Mr. Ming, it is the entire Icelandic scene, not the entire, but you know what I mean. That came together, I think, in 2018 to do a commissioned piece at Roadburn on the main stage. I think I saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw a big chunk of it, but as per usual with Roadburn, it is a little bit of walking, a little bit of talking, and some listening. But yeah, it's kind of cool to have this on vinyl. This is the regular gold pressing of this one. This was a setup, a big sun exploding in the back. It's kind of like an Icelandic big band or a black metal big band. I'm not sure anymore if they didn't play tracks that I knew, so it was all commissioned work, one big piece. This is on gold vinyl and put out through Van Records. I haven't had the time to listen to this one, but I can kind of guess the sounds. If you know, I've been into the Icelandic scene for quite some time. Some records had a double poster, some records had yeah, some extra in there, and there was even a gold one with a slipcase going over. Yeah, there's not much extra artwork in the entire booklet. It is lyrics or words, but it's all in Icelandic. Almut falla, I think that is almost fall. But yeah, that's it. Even the info is in Icelandic, so yeah, that's it, nothing more. I still have the card that they, this is the brochure or the card that they, the program that they had then, and these are all the people that were in there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. And there you go. The logo, they're good at logos. A Vanagandic release or special. Then we talked about the Arbor. This is Gauntlet Ring with Beyond the Veil of Night. I don't know, they're 100 full length maybe. I'm not sure by now how many they have. Gauntlet Ring, and what's the other one? Can't even remember. There you go. Ringare, but then darkened. I saw people complaining about that. Here they are: Taurus, Guitars, Vocal and Synth, and Mercenary. Gauntlet Ring, I think it still takes the cake for me compared to the others. It is not beyond what the other bands or projects are playing, but I think, yeah, I think I fell in love with this one first, and then the other stuff. Beyond the Veil of Night, we drink from the shadows of full moon. So once again, they reveal where influences come from. This is all Blood and Crescent self-released from New York, then distributed through New Era. There's nothing too much on the center labels. See that I don't drop it. There was a release poster in here like they used to do with all the releases on here. 2023 vinyl. The other one, of course, is Fellwinter. There's Arbor, which have a LP full length coming out. Behold the Age of Pagan Blood. Then there's Night Passion with Daemono Sophie, another debut, and then there's Atheosophia with The Shadowgate of Winter's Spirit, another debut. So yeah, those are the vinyl releases, and then there you go, the tape releases for stuff that has come out or still has to come out. But yeah, the pace that these guys, a hammer in the face of modernity, the pace these guys keep is incredible. Then I talked about this band before. It is absurd, no use in burying the lead. I have some records of them, but it never clicked, the sounds. I never delved into their past. I know some stuff like the murder that happened and the other bad stuff, but it always was too yopey popey or whatever you want to call it, too folky. But then it seems that they laid to rest. There's an entire story, and then the rights got bought back by the singer. And this, the artwork, of course, spoke to me. It's an Antichrist Kramer thing. But then the sound actually also clicked with me for once. Not to say that I don't like anything by Absurd, but usually it's too folky for me. This one's called Schwarze Bande, and it is a bit more heavy, I would say, music-wise. The production is kind of still not on point. I don't want to slack them off every time I talk about them, but maybe I should. It's okay, but the vocals are kind of laid on top of it, like, deal with it, and not like in a heinous way. It's very annoying in some parts, but overall it is a driving record that I don't know what the lyrics are all about. It's in German, of course. I can kind of guess Höhlenfahrt. That means cave fart. I'm not sure. Schwarze Bande means, yeah, Menschenfresser. I think the lyrics are, you could say, this is what Rammstein would like to sing about, but they are singing about plastic surgery and stupid shit. But yeah, this is on, I was going to say Darker Than Black, but it's weird because this has the green logo and it is on IG, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe an earlier pressing that got left behind everywhere. Nothing too fancy artwork wise. There is, on the center labels, there is, however, an entire lyric booklet, so it is kind of a nice release. There is a man holding a spear engulfed in fire. And then there is more artwork like skulls on the Warhammer. It's kind of war related. I've seen this one pop up. I think Strundmich has stuff like that. Yeah, this is Hollenvacht. Yes. So yeah, it's a very nice release in that sense. And once again, I think it finally kind of clicked with me. Sound-wise, it's a bit meh, but it's a nice piece. There you go. So yeah, Absurd finally made it into the collection proper, with an excellent release, I think from last year already. That's that. Then, to top it off, Darker Than Black was complaining to A.S.K.E not get old cows out of the dish, but in this case it is necessary, that they were producing bootlegs. Then I pulled the trigger on an Edelweiss record because I talked about this to a few people and they were saying, oh, it's a very good band, very enjoyable. It's like, always forget the other band, the SS, Black Magic SS. It's kind of like that, and I like one of their records a bit. So I was recommended Behind Our Masks, this one. Now it seems this is a Darker Than Black pressing, but it's also just a bootleg. There was a first run of gold vinyl. This is the gold vinyl, but I think it's the bootleg repress. It has the Edelweiss etchings on the back. It's a very beautiful record, but I found it funny that they were complaining about bootlegs from another label and then booting themselves. But yeah, this album is dedicated to A.H. I don't know who that is, whose work will inspire us forever. So yeah, they are one of those bands that play with the imagery and the weirdness of today's black metal, but are definitely not black metal. Do I like it? No, actually I don't. Behind My Mask is kind of an earworm, and there are some good tracks on here, but it's the nagging tone in these songs kind of throws me off. I just have to say that I don't like Black Magic SS and all the other bands. It's not my cup of tea, but I'll try again because, like I said, it is an earworm, and there are a few other tracks on here that are definitely worth checking out. And as long as we're in that realm, this is Goat Moon with Big Vibe, Mr. Witch King. When this came out on the heels of the A.S.K.E Fest, I think the week after. And I showed his ZZ before, so let's do it like this. He has a Goat Moon shampoo, I think, that he is selling, but yeah, this cover has to go down in history as one of the most ridiculous ones. Tracks, very good. Once again, vocals, I don't know. I'm going to give up on Goat Moon, I think, after this one. I like the music, but it's just the vocals kind of put me off, so I just threw it in, or better, Wolfram threw it in. But yeah, that's all I want to say about this dick pick of a record. But yeah, there you go. Goat Moon, just have it complete. Sarah Polaris is actually the only thing I'm missing apart from the very weird limited stuff. But yes, let's delve into the last 5 ones. I'm going to do 2 more and then we'll see. This is Dracon Hail with Nihil Nocturne, Medieval Prophecy Records previous drop. There were 2 Dracon Hails. They were previously on A.S.K.E, but or they are re-releasing everything on Medieval Prophecy, or they're just doing new stuff, I'm not sure. Because there are a lot of editions and a lot of releases from this band. Not a very old band, I would say new bands. I'm not sure when they started, but I don't think it was I don't know. But yeah. Here we go. Nihil Nocturne, Ma Tombe, and L'Haleine du Corbeau. I don't know what that means. But yeah, these pictures are always incredible. There we go. Very cool releases, very basic releases. It is Medieval Prophecy, but they are always done to perfection. Nihil Nocturne Black Arts. Dracon Hail is Dunkel, of course, who has a slew of other bands that you can look into and look out for yourself. But yeah, 3 tracks on here, recorded in March 2009. Interpretations of the oldest Satkrai songs and were recorded in August 2007, so it's around that time. And then the other Matumb is 2012, so around there. Satkrai, of course, is the other band by Dunkel. Very good, mid-bass to slow. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It is kind of a depressing sound, but not DSBM, if that makes sense. It is emotional? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to describe Dracon Hail, but yeah, it intrigues me a lot. So there's this one, which takes the cake artwork-wise. L'Autre Lieu is the second one for now by him. There's another Medieval Prophecy flyer in here, which I'll show, or I already showed. There you go. So yeah, 2 Dracon Hails. I haven't had the time to invest as much listening as I wanted to in these, but yeah, time will come. There's a lot. I haven't listened to too much music, and I've been listening to a lot of other music than black metal. But Medieval Prophecy. I was talking to someone last week, and the conclusion was if I was able to only buy from one label, it would be Medieval Prophecy, because they are killing it, and not in a way that is, I don't know, not like A.S.K.E. A.S.K.E is killing it on a modern front. This always feels very arcane, what these guys are doing, which I appreciate a lot. appreciate their work ethic, the way they handle their label. Support Dragon Hill. These will be on the turntable next, and I'll see you in the third part. Part 3, very short part. There are 3 records left, but yeah, worth talking about. Put on this one with the title track Neil Nocturno, which is a 20-minute track, so we'll be well on our way before that is finished. Flyer material. I have 3 more. The last one is the Forbidden Temple. This one came with it. It is kind of a Bruegel, I think, artwork. It doesn't come with it, but I grabbed it also because I missed the Moonen of Xesbet Forever Rotting Winter, maybe the shirt, and I regretted it. So I had to pick this one up just to have the Belgian black metal collection kind of complete. Long ways from it, but yeah. This is Demo 2, which has been re-released for the first time on vinyl. I think there was a tape version. I'll try to pick that up a bit. Very thick record, deep grooves, so yeah. There we go. You can feel slow, depressing. I wasn't far off, but it's not DSBM. Wait till the vocals kick in, maybe. Forbidden Temple, Demo 2, and Pact with Evil. So one of the first things, Demo 2 is the second one, and then Pact with Evil was an EP that they dropped. They dropped together with a full length last year, which has 1 or 3 different color schemes. I think blue, yellow, white. I don't know. But yeah, they finally put it to vinyl. And there you go. A very old school looking, or like I said, Arcane looking artwork, and the back is even more. It has a very sick picture. I think one of their better. Once again, it has one of the guys on there, one purple hooded goat hat wearing motherfucker, but yeah, there's just one of the 2 on here. Like I said, Demo 2 from 2017, and then Pact with Evil from 2022. All music by Tenebrae and Agaliarept NL. So there's a third person that shows up. Not much to talk about. I have talked about this band for a long time and a lot. I think I did every release on this channel. Love them to death. They have that very dusty sound. But it's hard to compare the sound from Demo 2 to the full length Step Into the Black Pentagram. There are, if you are into this kind of music and you listen to a lot of it, you can differentiate, I think that's a word, between the sounds within a band, and I think they made leaps and bounds. Just the synth work alone, and the sound doesn't change much, or the production doesn't change much, but the influences that come in are blooming, I should say. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what they are going to do next. Yeah. Enough gushing. Forbidden Temple. Never Life, that's a bummer, but yeah. Then 2 more. In what order do I do them? This is actually the last one, but I'll keep the other one as a bonus because everybody knows this one, or that one. This is Krukokreст with, I have no idea what it's called. It's called Beautiful Landscape Under Cloudy Skies or something like it. After an EP, a demo, I don't think there's a full length. Last year had the full length. There is finally a full length from Krukokreст, which means hooked crossed or crooked cross. And yeah, I was under the impression when they announced this one that it would be another fast-paced black metal stomp, hooligan, punk, whatever you want to call it, over in 20 minutes, done. What these guys did, this is the back, is make a record that is 1 hour and 20 minutes. And I know I have been asking for longer black metal records, but Jesus Christ, that's a step, or that's a reach from a 20-minute demo to 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now, no complaints music-wise, no complaints whatsoever. It's just a remark. Very beautiful, very simple artwork, but it's actually, it works perfectly. New Era hit it out of the park with this, and Horrible Room, I should say. It's all in Russian. So I don't know what to tell you. What I can tell you is that there is a lot of room to breathe for this music. It kind of feels like the cover, but it kind of feels also like Horrible Room. So it's the combination of the two. There's very dense punk stomps in here with a very black metal feel. It almost reaches into leshy territory, which is, you know, the flip side, more black than punk. They still stay on this side, but the detail in the keys, for example, just the synthesizers, is incredible. There are parts on here that I can just hear on repeat. It's just a small intro, but it has that vibrating, echoing synth. I'm not sure even on what track, because they make it fucking hard with this Russian language. But yeah, it's more than I expected. It's different than what I expected. There's a lot of music on here. It's not just Horrible Room anymore. It's like, for example, the Luger tape also does the same. It allows more air into the music. It's not that dense, fast paced or mid paced craziness. It still has that a lot, but if you want to make an hour, 20-minute record, you have to, you know, show that you can play music, not just like this. What they did, I think there were two color schemes. I think a black one, and then this is the misty green or the marbled green. Never had a record like this. They just they have forgone the center labels. It's just a slab of vinyl. Yeah, KKK of double LP is the dead wax. Krükokrest, I think. And this is the A and the B side. So yeah. Any other band, any other label, I would say lazy fucking assholes, but it works. It just works. It's the green that matches the cover. I think it's incredible. It will show up in my end of year list 100% because it is that good. I've listened to it in full 2 or 3 times, once on vinyl, others digital, because it's just, you have to make time, you know, who has an hour and 20 minutes to listen to an album. But since I was asking for it for all these years, just to have longer pieces of music, I had to listen to it and get it on black wax. If you can get the green one, get it on tape. It is good. Cheers. Cheers to the brethren. And then, as a bonus, I will maybe do a tape. I'm not sure which one. Maybe the Raven Realm. We'll see. But as a bonus, and I'm glad I waited because it is. I'll show it first. Blasphemy, of course, with Fallen Angel of Doom. There's of course the originals. I tried to get originals if possible, but if I have to pay along, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. So I was waiting. Then there was a camouflage bag with all the camo records in for Nuclear War Now Fest. I kind of missed that one because it was just for the festival. Then there were a bunch of reproductions, but I just held out for the right one, and this is the right one. This is the Lowlands Satanic Skinhead Edition, limited to 90, and this is 89. Nuclear War Now, but then True New Era Productions, or this is the New Era version, I should say. What is in here that is not in the others? Let's see, the quintessential bestial black metal album that defined the entire subgenre and influenced bands ranging from Beherit to Mayhem. Worship at the bloody altar of the Ross Bay cult. I am not 100% sure, but I think this is 1990. So this is an incredible piece of... I'm not 100% a fan of Blasphemy, just because it's so dense in a different way than Krükokreст is, for example, but it's just an onslaught. It is war metal, it is bestial death metal, whatever you want to call it, whatever they are famous for. But just to have something like this in 1990, there were no precursors to this. They took what was death metal at the time and just smashed more aggression into it in a way that I don't see too much bands going in front of them. Maybe these guys, but we'll talk about that next. This is a cardboard printed fold over. There you go. Very nice release. There is a sticker from the cover. And then there is the trumpeter lyric sheets. There we go. Like I said, Nuclear War Now in the Ross Bay Cult, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Does it have a year on here? Nocturnal Grave Desecrator and Black Winds, Black Priest of the 7 Satanic Blood Rituals. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 90. But yeah. Thanks to everybody in Mexico, everybody in Poland, everybody in Holland and Belgium, and everybody I forgot. Same. Special thanks to all the black metal Satanist fire breathers, witches, satanic skinheads, and goat worshippers of Ross Bay Cemetery, Victoria, BC. So yeah, what possessed them to make this record in '90 is incredible. But yeah, it is a bone gray black merch, white. I'm not sure, but yeah, it has all the goodness on it. And like I said, glad to have waited for this edition. Then the actual cover is this one. There goes the tapes. There's even a poster in here, so it's definitely worth picking up. The classic 4-piece. Would be cool to have the couch as a pin or something, but I have that one over there, so that's sorted out thanks to Bulwark. There we go. Here is the original cover, I think. I'm not sure, they have a few editions of this one, but there we go. It says the speed metal wheel with black metal. That's all you need to know about this band. I'm pretty sure 99% of viewers here know what's up with this one, but yeah, still glad to finally have it in the collection. Look at the pictures, man. Black metal skinheads. There you go. Very, very good. Very, very good. That's it. The first one back. I'm not going to do a summer stop. I think we're back in the swing of things. There's already one. I've been buying a lot of records in the wild as I'm describing them lately. Just going to record shops, which is actually a very fun thing to do, it seems. Not just buying online, but yeah, I think a lot of people realize. So there's going to be, not really Roadburn, but around the time I bought from Roadburn, around the time I went to the shops, and then stuff that just came in from Thx and other labels. But yeah, this was the New Era Medieval Prophecy A.S.K.E Namazu update. Thank you to P for the extra tapes. Thank you to the label New Era for always taking care of me. So yeah, and I'll see you soon with the new magazine and my text that I've written down. So that's something to look forward to see it in real life. That's it. I'm done. I'll see if I can find a tape to play us out, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you once again for, sticking by me. Peace. Talk soon.